Welcome to Savor the Story podcast, where books and snacks are life. I'm Nicole. That's Vanessa.
Hello. Hi. I have things to tell you immediately.
Okay.
Okay. So remember I said that I was tired of seeing all the like bad news, not bad, but like drama and tea and like all the bullshit or whatever. I have some good things to share with you that were in the bookish news this week.
I thought you were going to tell me that like your algorithm doubled down.
It was like everything terrible. No. That would be, I've been trying to avoid it as much as possible. Anytime I see things, I'll see what's happening and then I don't, because I think what the problem is like once you see the thing, it just keeps showing it to you, right? And so then I keep looking at it. So basically what's happened now is like when I see something that's like tea or drama or whatever, I'll read about it one time. And then anytime I see it past that, I just like scroll past it. Because I'm like, all right, I got the information. I don't need it anymore. No, I have good things that I wanted to share from the past week or weekend.
Tell me all.
I have like three things. Okay. One, Rebecca Yarros posted a couple of things actually. So one, she announced that they have a movie deal for The Things We Leave Unfinished, which is my favorite Rebecca Yarros contemporary romance book.
Is that the letter one?
Yes.
Okay.
And it is so good, and I'm so excited that one's being turned into a movie. And second, she's also putting out a like a special edition hardcover of that. I don't think that book has ever been in hardcover. It's only been in paperback. And one thing I like about her promoting her like special editions is that she's like, you don't have to buy it if you already have it. The only thing that's different about it is like there's going to be a letter in there from her. And that's the only thing that's changed. There's no like bonus things. There's no whatever. It's just that it's coming out in hardcover now.
Gotcha.
And so I do like that she's not like, please go buy it. She's like, nah, if you already have it, you don't need it.
Right. She didn't put like 3 bonus chapters or something in there.
So that was cool. It actually comes, I think it's coming out in January. So I pre-ordered it because I do not have a copy of it.
Oh, nice.
So I can't remember if I listened to that book or if I read it on Kindle Unlimited. I think I read it on Kindle Unlimited. And so, yeah, I was like, cool, now I can have a pretty one for the shelf.
Nice.
But yeah, so the pre-order for that is out and the movie is coming out. Like there's not a whole lot of news other than like it got picked up. So it's coming, which I'm super excited about. And the other Rebecca Yarros information that came out is she posted a picture of she started writing a bonus chapter for Iron Flame.
Mm-hmm.
And it's she posted you could tell she like blurred out the top and blurred out the bottom. You only get like a little snippet of this one page. But apparently she's currently writing bonus chapters in Xaden's point of view for Iron Flame. So lots of theories and shit going around now because of the little snippet that she showed. It was like it could feed into some Onyx Storm theories, and so everybody's just going wild on the internet.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. She just blew everybody up with like 2 paragraphs.
That's
everybody's
the smart
in a
way
frenzy.
to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So one thing about her is that she does always, again, because she's not like, please go out and buy 17 copies of my one book, right? So she does, I'm sure that there will be a special edition that comes out with the new bonus chapters. But once the book is released, she always puts bonus chapters on her website. So if you don't want to buy like a new version or whatever, you could do that. So there's that. And then my other good news from the week is San Diego Comic-Con was this weekend, and we got so much content from Audible on because they were there, and they had Andy Weir and Ray Porter were there for Project Hail Mary, and Matt Dinniman and Jeff Hayes were there for Dungeon Crawler Carl. So there was like so much content from them. They did like Q&As with them. They had like the whole moderator panel type thing with them too. Like some of that is you only get clips of it online because you kind of have to be there for those things. But they did like little special like Q&As with them. They did I know specifically with Matt and Jeff, they did a whole Reddit thing, so you could go in and like everybody just ask questions, and they spent like an hour in there just going in and typing out their answers to people.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was really cool. It was fun that they were there, all four of them actually. There's actually a picture of all four of them together.
Oh, that's cool.
And so yeah, it was really cool. I thought if you haven't seen all of that stuff, I'm sure you can go out and find it and see all the things online of and it was specifically like Audible promotions of,
I see. Okay.
Yeah, they were working with Audible for these particular panels, but yeah, I thought it was really cool, and it was really fun to see them like answer questions about the universe and stuff like that. And in all of that, Andy Weir did answer the question of, will there be a Project Hail Mary 2? And he said he has some ideas, but he hasn't started anything because he doesn't have anything fleshed out.
No, shit. No. Oh, no.
So he was like, I'm not saying yes. I'm basically like, these weren't his words, but what I took from it was like, I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no, but I have some ideas.
Shit. Dang it, I'm gonna have to eat crow.
Why?
Me and Mike were re-listening to it on the way to the cabin this weekend, and well, he's re-listening to it. I just happened to be in the car with him when he was, and he was.
You were present.
I was present. And he even brought that up. We were talking about the movie briefly, and he's like, do you think they're gonna make a second one? And I was like, no, like that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Mike, come on, like, why would he do that? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense for the ending of the book. He dies. And Mike's like, well, he doesn't die. Like, he's not dead at the end of the book. And I was like, yeah, but it's implied death. And he was like
eventual, right? Like he can't live forever, like Rocky almost.
Yeah, like Rocky lives for a lot longer than humans. Like, dang it. Shit.
I'm sorry to share that news with you.
Oh, I could have waited a couple months. Then maybe he would have forgot.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he hasn't actually said yes. He just said he had ideas. So
you listen here, Andy. Don't you dare.
Don't you dare write that book.
Don't you dare. Find a different book to do.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
It.
Okay, well, that was all my good news for the week. I thought was good news for the week.
After we're done recording, I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna tell him the opposite of what you just said. I'm gonna say Andy Weir said at Comic-Con. No, why the fuck would I do that?
Yeah. And then hopefully he doesn't see the clip anywhere.
Yes. I'll have to cover our phone microphones while I say it.
Yes.
So that way
it doesn't come up.
It does not hear. You'll be like, hey, remember when your wife said this? Like,
he doesn't like follow Audible on anything, right? Because I think it was a specific, like Audible posted that video. So
shit. I'm gonna go into his social medias and unfollow. Shit.
Yes. Well, I do have another topic I would like to talk to you about, but I want to see if you have anything first before I just like ramble on to you.
Well, actually, speaking of algorithms, this is the only reason I bring it up. My algorithm thinks that I need a new e-reader.
Well, you might.
Yeah, literally this week, I probably had 70 different, like, TikTok, Instagram, my news feed. Everything was like, I think you need an e-reader.
Do you think it hurt us talking about me asking you if you read on your phone?
I think so. I
Yes.
think it's getting that bad because I don't use an e-reader. So when
Right.
would I ever talk about it besides with you on this podcast? You know, so like
It hurt.
it hurt.
I think I think I might have put it into the universe and your phone
Yes.
just picked it up.
It was like, you know what? Vanessa's right. You need an e-reader.
You do need that.
I don't care about e-readers. I have a phone. Leave me alone. Oh, man.
Oh.
But
So you're not buying a new
I'm
e-reader.
not buying a new e-reader.
Okay.
But I just want to talk about two of the e-readers that I saw.
Okay.
One was, I don't remember what the name of this e-reader was. I didn't write it down at the time. I was silly. It's literally the size of a phone.
Yeah, you can buy it on
Have you
Amazon, right?
Yes. Have
Yeah,
you seen that?
I
Oh my
have.
God.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've considered it.
What? It's, I don't know. It just feels like a less, like, not a phone, but like,
Right.
like a less capable phone.
Exactly. So the
don't know.
only thing, I mean, it's the reason that I get drawn to like an e-reader too versus reading on my phone too, is because, well, I like the Kindle better because of the size. Like it's just a bigger screen and whatever. But that little phone size one it's because I will not be distracted by apps and notifications and things like that, where when I'm reading on my phone and like a notification comes in, I am immediately like, oh, what's that? Who's talking to me? What's going on?
Yeah.
Where if you're on that little one, like you can still travel around with it like the size of a phone without the distractions. That's the only positive.
Yeah. Well, that, and if it, like, it looks like it has the paperwhite screen,
Yeah.
which that's the only, for me, that's the only perk of an e-reader over my phone,
Okay.
is that it has the paperwhite screen and it's not shiny. That's the only thing that I like about e-readers.
Okay. Well, it would have that. And it would not have distractions. Okay, what was the other one?
Have you seen the Saul e-readers?
I literally, oh my God, Nicole, I just put that in my fucking cart the other day and I
Did
was like,
you?
I can't buy this. I cannot buy this. I'm pretty sure I have it on my phone right now in my cart.
Oh my goodness. I totally, like, talked myself into buying it and then had to talk myself out of buying it.
We must have done that the same day because I did the same fucking thing.
Man.
For anyone
Saul
who
was-
doesn't
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's just a pair of glasses, basically. It's like think of your, what are those things called? The big goggles that you put on.
Oh, the 3D, like,
Yeah.
oculars or whatever the fuck those
Yes,
things are
Oculus.
called.
I think that's what
Oculus.
it's called. Yeah. So think of that. Think of your virtual reality glasses or
yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's almost like that, just slightly smaller and just an e-reader. So you literally just look in your eyeballs, lay on your couch with your glasses on, and read your book. Yeah, I for sure did the same exact thing that you did.
Yeah. So I even looked at the price and I was like, that seems reasonable for an e-reader. I have never spent that much money on an e-reader
No.
in my life.
No. It's
Probably-
ridiculous, right? It's like,
Yeah. It's like $250.
okay, yes.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think like my past two e-readers didn't even cost $250.
Oh my gosh. I
Oh.
think my Paperwhite was probably 150, 140, something like that. So I feel like that's the most I've paid for e-readers, but man, I was enticed.
Yeah, it just couldn't, like, what really turned it off or, talked myself out is I was like, I cannot imagine just sitting on a couch with a pair of glasses on, just like, click, click. I mean, my eyes wouldn't be closed because I have to
No.
read, but like,
It sounds amazing. Because it's just like one step next to like me having my little arm, right? Like the boom arm holding my Kindle with my little clicker, right? It's exactly the same thing. Just now, instead of my boom arm, it's just on my face.
Yeah, I was just like, but I don't know. I feel like I would be wearing them on the couch and Mike would talk to me and and he'd be like, why are you not looking at me? Are you listening? And I'd have to take the glasses off and look at him and be like, yes, I'm listening. Put them back on. And he'd be like, can you take those off while we're talking? Whereas with the Kindle, when it's on its arm, I could just like look over, acknowledge, and then look back at my, yeah. So
there needs to be rules in place. When I have these on, we do not talk.
Have you ever seen the videos of the glasses that have the mirrors?
Yes.
So when you can put your book down here and then like look at the mirror and still like read, but you're still looking up, I would do that.
Okay. All right.
I don't care how weird I would look, I would do that.
All right. So, and those I think are way cheaper. I think you can get those on Amazon for just like under $50, I think.
Yeah, after we record, I'm gonna go look. And I'm gonna buy some.
Okay,
if they are less than $250,
well, sure,
I'm buying them.
Okay. You know what? I don't even know how I talked myself out of buying. Honestly, I think it's because I've bought other things lately. And so I was like, well, I've already spent money over here. I can't spend more money on that. I think if these other purchases over here hadn't had happened, those souls would be on their way to my house right now.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so funny. We must have got the same email or the same ad or something the same day, because I feel like it just like randomly showed up for me one day and I was like, what is that?
I need this. Yeah.
That seems like it should be mine.
I feel like, I wonder, it has to be like, did Saul pay Google to just send
Shoot
to every
out.
single Google person, any person who uses the Google, send it to them. So I need all the listeners to let me know if you
did you also get sucked in last week of at least looking at it.
Right. Were you at least a little enticed? I want to know how close you were to pulling the trigger.
I need to know. I actually went on where did I go? Reddit. I went on Reddit because I wanted to see like who has them already and stuff like that. And there was some pretty good. I mean, I feel like I saw some good reviews. I also saw some reviews that people were like, I returned them immediately. Maybe that's actually part of the reason why that I like talked myself out of it a little bit, because of some of the negative reviews that I saw. I was like, all right, maybe it's not time. Maybe like the next generation is the one that I need.
Yeah. What? I don't even, what would even, see, this is why I could never be like a designer of anything, because like we need to make it better, and I'm like, it's already the best. What do you mean make it better?
The only thing I can think of, I honestly cannot recall what the negative reviews were, but I feel like maybe one thing that to make it better would be probably weight. I imagine first generation's probably going to be a little heavier, because I feel like the same thing kind of happened with the Oculus, where it was like a little heavier, the head strap wasn't as good, like all that kind of stuff. So maybe it's that.
Maybe you need to get the first generation, so in like a year you could be like, my neck, I have scoliosis,
and sue them. Okay, great. Oh my goodness.
Delete this out of the episode. We must keep our secret safe.
Okay, great. Oh my gosh. What a delightful time. I'm so happy that we were both on the same page.
I like that we both talked ourselves out of it.
Yeah.
I feel so responsible that I didn't have to text you and be like, I need you to walk me back. So
yes, that's great. We would have been in the same boat then. We both would have been like, all right, let's make sure neither of us make this weird decision right now. Okay. Well, before you tell me your snack, I have a discussion I would like to have with you.
Oh, jeez.
So
let's do it.
Thinking about you over the weekend, and just, general book thoughts.
Okay.
And I had this thought of how episode 50 we learned that you had your first book boyfriend.
Oh, yes.
And my question is, how? How have you been reading so long and you haven't had a book boyfriend yet? Because here's my thought process. I'll take you through it, and I'm not just attacking you. I have a genuine question.
Okay.
Because
I can already answer your question, but
Oh, you do?
but keep walking through.
okay.
I want to hear your theories.
Okay, so yeah, because my question was like, do you just not feel connected to them, or like what? Because my thought process is like, especially in romance, but also in fantasies and stuff too, the authors are specifically writing these men for you to fall in love with, because how else can you believe that the lead is falling in love with them, right? And so like for me, every boy is my book boyfriend in a book until I read the next book. And so I was like, Nicole needs to explain to me how this happens.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Episode 50's book boyfriend. I don't even remember who that is. I don't even remember what book I read in episode 50.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, well, hold on.
Okay.
I will say my assumption is because I don't even remember. I've probably had some in the past.
You probably have hundreds.
But immediately forget about them.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, the fact that you don't remember it, you're probably right. It means that you may have had a thought about it while you were reading a book, and then... But you haven't had any since that you've told me about since we've started reviewing books together.
Yeah.
You've had no men that were like, ooh, I really liked this guy. You were like, meh, okay. All
That's
right.
because none of them are Harrison Ford.
That is the only man. You need to just read all Indiana Jones books.
Maybe I do.
Okay. Great. Well, for your reminder, episode 50 was Nate was his name, and it was Never After You, Never
Oh, yeah. I do like Nate.
Never Something You.
Okay, so I think I have another one,
Okay.
but I haven't done this book review yet.
Okay.
And it's a 5-star book.
All right.
I just haven't talked about it yet.
Okay. But we have another one though.
We have another one coming up.
Okay.
It's probably I mean, you could probably guess which one it is because I think because of our brackets. But like I'm pretty sure it's like my favorite book so far this year.
Ooh.
So,
well, I can't wait to hear about that one. But okay, great. I feel like I accept your answer.
okay, thank you. I was really nervous. You were going to be like, no, bitch. Like,
No, I accept your answer. I just feel like maybe now I need to, for sure, especially when we read the same book, I need to fully understand why that man that I'm sure is my book boyfriend is not your book boyfriend.
all right, fine.
So expect more questions about that kind of stuff when we do the same books.
Yeah, usually, I mean, I'll just say one thing about it, and it's usually they're too perfect.
I know, that's what they're like. That's what the whole
I know,
goal
but
is.
like, but can't you have like when they're so perfect? It makes me like, it makes me feel like
You bring
anxiety.
You bring too much realism into these books.
It gives me, yeah, I don't know.
All right, that's fair. You're allowed to feel the way that you feel, Nicole.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just really needed to know. It was like something that I was thinking about, and I was like, I don't know. I probably was listening to some book or something, and I was like, oh, I love him. And then I was like, wait. What would Nicole say?
You probably said it multiple times this weekend. You probably listened to 2 books, and you're like, oh, I love him. And then like a day later, you're like, oh, I love him. And you're like, wait a second.
Yeah. Why do I have a pile of book boyfriends over here? Oh gosh. Yes. Well, now that we got that out of the way, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, great. Do you have a snack this week?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. And it's actually what I made for dinner tonight.
Okay.
Okay, so have you seen the viral dumpling bake?
No.
Okay, so have you ever heard of a dump cake?
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you who maybe haven't, it's basically a cake that you just dump all the ingredients in the pan and stir it up and then put it in the oven and bake it. That's what this was.
Okay.
Somebody took like a pan and they put a whole bunch of dumplings in there and then they made a sauce and they poured it over, put tinfoil on it, put it in the oven and bake it, and
Okay.
it cooks the little dumplings in the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have time for that. So I did it on the stovetop.
Okay.
But I made my own sauce. I just
Okay.
like winged it with stuff that we had, and I had like a whole bunch of frozen dumplings. It was so good.
Oh, good.
It was delicious.
What is it? Just dumplings and sauce, or is it there
Well,
like meat and veggies and stuff?
So it was chicken dumplings, but
Oh, I see.
yeah, but
They're
then
filled.
yes,
I
they're
see.
filled with chicken and veggies, and
Okay.
then I put more veggies in the sauce just because I like veggies, and so it was delicious.
Good.
I don't know if Mike liked it because as I was trying to eat as fast as I could, knowing that we were coming here to record in like 10 minutes, I was like, "Arr, arr, arr." He was sitting there with it in his hands, and I was like, don't like it? And he was like, it's lava, literal lava right now. And I was like, sucks to suck, like, so.
So what you're saying is that your mouth is more strong than his. It can handle more heat.
Yes, I have a stronger mouth.
What we all strive for.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
So I will be rating in dumplings today.
Great. I am going to rate in fish and chips.
Like, oh, I love fish and
Yeah, Tim and I went to the pub yesterday. If you've never been to the pub, it's like a British bar restaurant. It's British like themed restaurant. And they have fish and chips and they were delightful, and that's what I'm gonna rate.
Did you get the wee?
I got the wee and Tim got the regular.
Oh my god, did he eat it all?
He did.
Holy
He
shit.
crushed it.
Wow.
Yeah. So fish and chips for my rating. All right, tell me all about your books. Books.
Book.
Okay.
Book. Okay. So this book is called The Outlaw Noble Salt. It is by Amy Harmon. It was Kindle Unlimited. It was one of those read and listen books,
Okay.
which I have to segue for a minute. I don't know why Amazon. I know why, but Amazon, you need to do this more. I love listen and read books. It's
Yes.
so convenient.
I feel like I don't really do it that often, but recently, I know I talked about this, but in the DCC books, because they are Kindle Unlimited, I bought them on Audible and then just downloaded the KU, and then I was able to like go through it together, and it's fantastic.
Yes. Yeah, I listened / read to 3 books this weekend
Nice.
because I had like the listen and read. Like, it's so easy to just listen to a book and then I'm sitting there and I read a couple chapters and go back. Anyway, I digress. So this book is a historical romance / fiction.
Okay.
Okay, so before I get into this, have you ever heard of Butch Cassidy?
Yes.
So everybody hopefully has heard of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. If you haven't, one, there's a movie. Go watch it.
Yes.
I think Robert Redford is in it. And some...
I feel like there's probably more than one movie, right?
Well, the one that I'm specifically talking about
I
has
see.
Robert Redford and... fuck, what's that guy's name? He's on all the jars. The sauce jars. And the salads.
Newman?
Yeah, Paul
Paul
Newman.
Newman?
Yes, I think Paul Newman is in. I think he's
Okay.
actually Butch Cassidy.
Okay.
So, just I'm gonna give a little background on who Butch Cassidy is
Okay.
because it plays into this book.
Okay.
So,
Did you say historical romance or historical fantasy?
historical romance
Okay.
slash fiction.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. All right. So, Butch Cassidy is most well known as he was a train and a bank robber, some other minor like theft activities as well. Between 1880 and 1908, he and his partner, the Sundance Kid, fled to South America, and after a couple years of living clean, they started robbing again or thieving again. So it's mostly everybody kind of thinks, well, most people think that it's likely that he and the Sundance Kid died in a shootout in Bolivia, right? But no remains have ever been identified, slash matched with DNA.
Okay.
And the only thing that we really know about the men who died in Bolivia is that they looked like Butch Cassidy and Sundance,
Okay.
and they were also American.
All right.
So everybody pretty generally
And they were
thinks
never
that.
seen again, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm sure everybody can imagine there's a lot of speculation out there if they died in Bolivia or not. I think there's even some like family members, like distant family, like nephews or something, or great nephews, I don't know, saying that like, oh yeah, we saw Butch again, you know.
Oh,
Yeah, he used to come to he would came and visited the family farm like 2 or 3 times after that day or whatever.
interesting.
Right. So a lot of people, there's a lot of speculation out there whether he like died or not, right?
It's like an Elvis situation.
Right, yeah. So the reason I bring that all up is because this book is, if you want to call it like an alternate ending
Oh,
to how.
like if he didn't die that day?
Right.
Oh,
Yes. So
okay.
it's completely, made up
Yeah.
fiction, but it's just like a fun. He probably didn't die in Bolivia. Here's a, I don't. I was doing some reading, and it doesn't sound like there's really anything to back it up.
Okay.
It's not like she went digging through like archives or anything
Sure.
like that. It was just kind of like really interesting. So,
Uh-huh.
anyway, so her version is very short. Is Butch Cassidy wants to get clean, so he decides he's going to leave the U.S. After several years of living abroad, Butch Cassidy. Sorry, I was like, what was I write here? Butch Cassidy meets Jane Toussaint. She's a famous French singer, and she requests his help as protection while she's on her American tour. Despite knowing that someone is probably going to recognize him, he agrees. And what he doesn't know is Jane is also keeping a secret for the reason that she needs his security, more than just general safety.
Uh-huh.
So both are secrets, put them in harm's way, and Butch Cassidy has to decide if he can have both Jane's love and her safety.
Oh no.
Heart eyes.
Oh
So,
no. Is Butch Cassidy now your book boyfriend?
No,
Okay.
no. Unless he looks. So I've seen a picture of Butch Cassidy.
Uh-huh.
We are not book boyfriend.
Okay,
He's
great.
not my book boyfriend.
All right. Fine.
So I wasn't. That was a really short like description of the book. Remember, the book is called The Outlaw Noble Salt. Noble Salt is his alias in this book. That's where the title comes from.
Okay.
So there are some triggers in this book. There's suicide, there's death, and there is described rape.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So this book is more romance than historical.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it better than that. I thought it was so. Have you ever read?
Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, have you ever read any of Amy Harmon's other books?
No.
Um, I've only read like a couple of them.
Okay.
Her book, What the Wind Knows, is actually one of my favorite books.
Okay.
Like, definitely in the historical fiction romance genre.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of my favorite books. But that one is like the love romance part is just kind of part of the book.
Oh,
Like it's
okay.
advancing through the book, but you're like the history is what the book's about, right?
Okay.
This is the opposite. It felt like romance was the main plot line, and then, you know, Butch's his past was like some kind, just there to help move the plot through,
Okay.
right?
All right.
So I will say that I did not like a lot of the characters in this book.
Oh no.
The Jane, the female main lead, is she's gone through some shit, as you guys can probably tell because from the triggers. And so she has reasons to be really unpleasant.
Yeah.
But like it's a lot. It's a lot in a book, or she's, you're reliving all of this with her, and she's just, really like close-lipped and unhappy and not very like, I don't know. It was hard for me to like form a bond with her, past all of that. Like
It's like a grumpy.
yeah.
Is it a grumpy?
Yeah, it was like, it's weird to say that Sundance was probably or not Sundance, like Butch Cassidy was probably the sunshine.
The sunshine.
But yeah, so I mean, it was kind of hard to read because of like all of like the triggers, whereas like some her other books, they're more like, I don't want to say heartfelt because they're just like sad topics.
Sure.
If that makes sense. There are some secondary characters in this book that I absolutely hated.
Oh.
I knew that he was written purposely this way.
To like purposely to be hated?
Yes, I knew he was supposed to be an asshole. I knew he needed to be written this way so he could fulfill his redemption arc.
Okay.
But I hated him. Even at the end of the book, I was still like,
redeem
goodbye
himself to you.
You're dead to me. Like, I don't. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
This book has a little bit of mystery in it, but not in like a true mystery. It's not like a whodunit type of mystery, right? Like the whole time you're listening to the book, you're like, how is this gonna tie back into what we know about Butch Cassidy and Sundance, right? And she tries to throw some like red herrings out there to like throw you off the track. But in the end, I would say maybe a little over halfway through, I was like, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
No. You cannot fool me. I know what's going to happen. So I was right.
Okay.
It was, I mean, I still enjoyed the book.
Yeah.
I will say the pacing's on the slow side.
Okay.
And like a majority of the book is spent like on a boat or on a train, so they can't go anywhere or go do anything, and you're just sitting there listening to them talk for 300 pages.
Okay. I mean, that's what I was going to kind of say, because when you said that it was more romance, I was going to say it kind of sounds like they're doing like a super forced proximity type situation.
Yeah.
And so that's really what you're getting mostly is just them being around each other because he's there to protect her or whatever, right? So, okay.
Yeah.
And
So,
now you're doing it in closed forced proximity. Like,
right. Yes. Yeah. So, like I said, I like this book. It is definitely not one of my favorite Amy Harmon books.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really feel like I started getting into it until almost halfway in.
Okay.
So I had a hard time rating this one. I was kind of back and forth between 3 and 4 because like, and
Okay.
the more that I talk about it, I'm like,
Maybe just 3.
maybe just 3. I don't know if
Okay.
I can give it more.
Yeah, because if it at even halfway, you're still like, I don't know. Like, did you ever consider DNF at any point, or was it enough to keep you interested? Oh, you did?
Only because I didn't like that secondary character.
Oh, all right.
And in the beginning, he's so frustrating
Okay.
that like
You were like, I
was-
can't take this.
I cannot do this. This man is
Okay.
giving me anxiety and I'm not even in the book. Like
Right.
it's just so much frustration.
Okay.
Like I don't know how I would have dealt with like that kind of like person. So
Okay.
I thought about DNFing it, but it was literally like 3 seconds. And I
Okay.
was like, no, I can get through this.
All right.
So
Okay.
three and a half dumplings.
3.5 dumplings.
Rounded down to 3.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. My turn.
That's it. Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Oh no. I forgot. I was supposed to use this as a snack this week. I literally wrote it at the top of this book. Was like, when you review this book, your snack has to be cannolis because
Oh no.
they talk about cannolis so much in this book. So just pretend that I didn't eat fish and chips this week.
Yes.
My snack this week is cannolis that I did not eat. Okay, so I am going to tell you about the Kingdom of the Wicked series, trilogy. I bought book 1 somewhere up here, like probably last year sometime.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I was like, you know what? I feel like I need to read something that's on my shelf.
Smart.
And so I picked that book off. So I read physical of the first book and then I read Kindle of the next 2 because I did not buy the physical ones of those. It is like fantasy with witches, and I would say the first book is like a YA fantasy, but book 2 and 3 kind of turn more new adult. So series overall I would call new adult fantasy witches. I was going to tell you tropes, but I don't need to do that. I'll just tell you what it's about. There's going to be slight spoilers for books 2 and 3, but I'm going to kind of more so give an overview of what the trilogy is and just little thoughts on the second 2, but some of the thoughts include mild spoilers, but nothing crazy. Okay. Amelia and her twin sister Vittoria, which first off, it bothered me because every time I saw Vittor, it's Vittoria.
No.
I was like, her name is Victoria.
Yeah, my brain autocorrect as well.
Yes. Okay, so Amelia and her twin sister Vittoria are witches, but they live in a world where witches have to stay hidden. So they have to hide themselves from the human world to avoid persecution. One night, Amelia goes looking for Vittoria, and she finds that she has been murdered.
Oh, geez.
With her heart gone and a handsome man standing over her. That's how she finds Vittoria. After he vanishes, just like poof, vanishes, she vows to find her sister's killer and get vengeance. So in her search for like who did this, she begins dabbling in dark magic, and she ends up working with one of the 7 princes of hell, Wrath. He says that he's also interested in finding out who's been killing the witches recently and wants to help take care of the problem. So he's like, yep, I will help you. Basically, the whole first book, she runs around the town running into other members of the Wicked, is what they call the 7 kingdoms of hell, basically. They call them the Wicked. So she runs into other members who are all trying to make deals with her. She can't figure out who, if any of them, are behind the murdering of the witches. And during her adventure, some things happen and her and Wrath become closer, but kind of don't. It's a very weird dynamic, which is part of the reason I have problems with this book. And then we end this book, the first one, without knowing exactly what happened to Victoria and who is behind all the things. So when you end book one, you still don't have any of the answers that you started the book with. So basically just know that mystery kind of goes throughout the whole trilogy. The fact of who killed her, why she was killed, like all of that kind of stuff. Blah, blah, blah. So let me give you a little bit of book two, which is, it picks up right where book one finishes. Amelia is now in the Seven Circles after selling her soul. And she believes that this is the way that she's going to be able to get her answers and all of that. She learns about some magical objects that haven't been seen in like decades or centuries. I can't remember which one it is, but she goes on the hunt for these objects, and she thinks that these objects are going to like help her in her little quest. I'm not really going to give anything about book three because it makes a massive jump, and I feel like anything I give for book three is going to be a pretty big spoiler. So don't read the description on like Goodreads or anything. If you're interested in reading this trilogy at all, don't read the description of book three because you will be spoiled. All right. So first book, I enjoyed it. I did not love it. I honestly, I had to do some pretty deep digging into myself to like figure out why I didn't like it. Cause like it had all the aspects of like things that I really enjoy and why I should like it. And I just kind of like walked away feeling like, meh, I needed more. So go ahead.
I was just gonna like books like that, like when you're just trying to find who did it and they're just running around like a chicken.
Yes.
Like it's hard for me to get into those books.
Yes. I feel like that was a big problem for me. It was just like jumping around from like, oh, she's talking to this demon now, and then she's talking to this demon, and then she's talking to whatever.
And they give like one little itsy bitsy clue, but you don't know if you can trust it or not. And they're like, oh, go talk to this other guy. He would know. No.
That's exactly what happened. It was like, well, I think that guy will know. Oh, I think that guy will know. So,
that's not a plot.
No. So I feel like my first problem, specifically with the first book, is it definitely read more YA, and I wasn't expecting it to be that way. Like I feel like it's more promoted as like more new adult, which like I said you get in the other books, but I wasn't expecting it, and it felt super YA in some parts, and it just was very annoying to me, and I was like, this is not what I came here for. There was like something of a third act breakup, if you want to call it that, but I really hated it. I was not about it. I'm not going to tell you this part because that's a spoiler. I also feel like it was very simplistic in its writing. It just kind of like, you know how things happen in the books and it's like for convenience those things happen. I feel like that's what the writing was. Like throughout the whole thing, it really jumped around a lot just from like one thing to another of what she's doing. And I feel like that it, not lazy, but just very simplistic in like, you're here and now you're here and now you're here. There was no information of like, of what she learned. Like you don't get a whole lot of information of what she's learning in each of those things. The jumping around for me was super hard. I feel like it took me probably like 40 pages to even get into it. Just because there's jumping around all over the place. And they talk about food so much, especially in the beginning, because her family owns a restaurant, which is why cannolis is the snack. It just, yeah. So I feel like overall, maybe depth was an issue for me in this book. I don't feel like I know Wrath at all. Like, which I feel like by the end of the book, I should know a little bit about him.
Right. Does she ever see the guy who is standing over her sister's body again? Okay.
Well, yes. Yes, she does. But okay. I don't know if I can tell you without spoilers. So she finds out who it is. Okay. But it's not the person who killed her.
Okay.
So yeah, the guy that she sees standing over him that she thinks is the murderer is not actually the murderer. He showed up after she was already dead. And he was like inspecting her basically. Okay. Trying to find clues.
All right. So yeah. He's a supernatural police officer.
Correct. Sure. So I feel like all the stuff with Wrath, I feel like we should have had more information about him at the end. I feel like I didn't get that, and I don't know. I feel like it was a little bit the point of like being in the dark with him, but I feel like maybe I was too in the dark. And there's so much of the magic in this world that we do not learn about, especially in the first book. I feel like you get a little bit more in the second and third, but even then I think that there's a lot missing with the magic itself. And then book 2, I was bored for most of it. And if you remember, I did say that she sells her soul at the end, like, and ends up in the circles of hell in book 2. So book 2 is literally all in hell, and it's so boring. Like, how can you be so bored in hell? Amelia is also wildly annoying. So there's that. There's a twist that happens in this book that I think I figured out pretty early on. And when the reveal is finally coming, it took forever. Like, just the way that it was written, I did not like it. She kept saying, like, I know who he is. I know what it is. I know who he is. I know, like, blah, blah, blah. I know his real name. Like, there was just, like, all of these things. And I was like, bitch, just say it. Like,
so he's keeping it a secret from you as the reader. But there's no purpose. Yeah.
There's no purpose. Because if you figured it out, then just tell me.
Right.
So yeah. I do want to point out in book 2 specifically, I had 60 highlights in my Kindle.
Oh wow.
And so when this goes live, I'm going to make all of those like public. So if you're interested in what I was highlighting and being like, what the fuck is happening? Go look at my Goodreads. It will be there. Nice. And then book 3, like I said, I'm not going to tell you anything about that one, but it was okay. So my ratings are, book 1 is going to be a 3.5, but I think I'm going to round it up to 4 cannolis. Okay. Book 2 is a 3.5, but I'm rounding it down to a 3 cannolis. Wow. And book 3 is a 3.5, but rounding up again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So 4, 3, 4. Yeah.
Overall, a good read.
Yeah. Overall, not too bad. I did have some parts in it that were like, this is dumb. You do get some answers in the book, in the third book of like whatever, but ultimately, it's not terrible.
Oh, okay, great. High praise indeed.
Yes. So overall the whole series is probably about a 3.5, because I feel like I rated each one of them 3.5 with varying ups or downs, but so 3.5 series, not bad.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, are you ready for a question?
Yes.
Okay.
If you needed me to
I have
answer.
2, left or right.
Well, I was gonna say we are not doing both.
We're not doing 2.
Your left.
Okay. Is there a specific book type, or book trope, etc., that you are embarrassed to like?
Embarrassed to like.
I feel like there's a little bit to that when you tell people that you read smutty books.
Oh yeah, there's always judgies.
Yeah, like a little bit of like, I don't know how you're gonna react to this. Especially when one of those books is like a 5-star read and you're like, I don't really know how this is gonna come off, but like that's what it is.
Right. I think it also depends on the audience.
Right, that's what I mean. Like,
who's asking me this question? Like, because like if I'm
like
at work,
I'm just like, oh yeah, this one was 5. There was a lot of smut.
Smut city. Yeah. True. Yeah. And then if I go to work, because I will occasionally, like if a book turns, like I'll listen to a romance, and if smut comes on, I do not turn it off just because I'm at work.
No, of course not.
I just continue to read and or listen. And I've had people come and talk to me mid of those scenes, and I just have to be like, please stop talking to me for a second. I cannot multitask. Yeah, what are you reading? Nothing.
We're not speaking. Yeah, specifically if I'm at work and somebody is asking me what I'm reading, I'll think of like whatever the last book is that I just finished. So in case there's a follow-up question, I have an answer.
Yeah.
Like, what is it about? What are you, whatever, like.
I should just continue like forever. Just like, oh, what are you reading? The Martian.
That's your answer always.
Yeah. But usually as soon as somebody asks me that, and it doesn't even have to be attached to a stigma, just as soon as somebody's like, what are you reading? I'm immediately like, what am I reading?
I do the same thing. I literally don't. I was just listening to it 4 seconds ago and I could not tell you what the title is.
I have to look at my phone and be like, I am reading this. And they're like, you don't know? And I'm like, I don't even remember the characters.
Couldn't tell you what their names are for sure.
Yeah. I don't think so I think that will like, like whatever. I'll tell everybody on this podcast. I'll tell you. Like, yes, I will listen to my fair share of smut, but like, there are some people that I will not say that to, and it's mostly work.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like I don't know any of those people.
Yeah, and it just is like an uncomfortable thing, especially if you don't really know them. You don't know how they will receive it. You don't know if they're going to be like super judgy. Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like that's the only one that I can really think of. I can't think of any other like genre or specific book or anything like that I am embarrassed by.
I don't know. Maybe it is embarrassment because I won't walk around with like a book like in like a public place. It doesn't matter what the book is. I do not walk around, and I don't think that's because I'm like scared somebody's gonna be like, oh, there's smut in it. I just think somebody's gonna judge me regardless of what it is. It doesn't matter the genre. Somebody is gonna see it, and the only person who's talking to you about that book is somebody who either really liked it or really hated it. Right. And I can't deal with those odds.
Okay, that's fair. So basically you're not walking around in public with the cover. You did that with Twilight. You took the cover off.
I took the cover off.
You were like, people will not know this.
I cannot have somebody know. We were in an airport, Vanessa. Come on.
Oh, that's funny. You know what though, that does make me think about, like, I've seen like TikToks and stuff like that where somebody will like zoom in on somebody else reading and they're like, oh, look what book they're reading. I wonder if they've got to this part yet. And I'm like, no, you don't need to know what book I'm reading.
No.
All right.
And like I said, I don't even know if that's like being ashamed or embarrassed or if it's just like
it's an avoidance.
Yeah, maybe.
You're avoiding any potential interaction.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't think there's any tropes that I can think of that would embarrass me. Like, most tropes are just you either like them or you don't. I don't find them to be like embarrassing if you like that trope or whatever. Unless, I don't know.
Unless it's miscommunication trope, then you should be embarrassed.
Yes. Maybe dark romance might be an embarrassment one because you're just like you're kind of letting people in, right? You're kind of like, I enjoy this thing. I enjoy reading about this dark thing. Like, but also I feel like some of that's just like how comfortable you are with yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's probably not the book. It's probably the people.
Yeah, it's me. I'm just embarrassed in general.
Yeah. Like, just add it to my list of anxieties.
Yep. That's all I can think of. I can't think of any other ones that I would even remotely be like embarrassed by. And even then, you know what? We're just gonna read what we want to read. We're not gonna be embarrassed anymore. We're gonna read with our books out.
I was trying to think of like a sun's out, guns out, but I was like, nope, not working.
It doesn't work.
Brain does not work.
All right. Well, listeners, tell us if you are embarrassed by anything that you read. Book, genre, author, what is the other one? Trope. Are you embarrassed by any of them? Let us know.
We want to hear.
Yes. Reach out to us on any of our socials, Savor the Story Pod everywhere, or reach out to us on our website. There's on the contact form in there, savorthestorypod.com, or down in the description. Everything is linked. You could just click on it and go to straight to an email. And that's all. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye. Get out of here. Get on. Go away.